Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. I'm Reverend Dr. Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at Sunshine Cathedral.
I am Reverend Dr. Robert Griffin, the executive minister. Faith and religion can be complicated for the LGBTQ plus community. Surveys show that evangelical faith is the justification for the greatest attacks on the LGBTQ plus community.
I am Reverend Kevin Tisdall, the Minister of Education. The Queer God Squad is going to explore our religious community. Let's explore the big news of the day and what it means to you.
I am Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, the Minister of Connections. This is live, and then we are available on demand. We are available on all smart televisions and your favorite social media.
At Sunshine Cathedral, we are here to tell you that you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. As LGBTQ+, can we believe that guardian angels are real? In a recent thread on Reddit's subreddit OpenChristian, users engaged in a thought-provoking discussion on the existence of guardian angels. Prompted by a member's inquiry into whether others believed in the concept, the conversation delved into personal experiences and theological perspectives. In addition to the existence of God, the question comes down to an important question for queer people. Is there someone watching over you? One user shared their belief in divine protection during times of adversity, while some said the notion was merely a comforting phrase. The exchange highlighted the diverse beliefs, not just within the Reddit community, but also within the queer faith community overall. The discussion ranged from unwavering faith in angelic guardianship to a more cautious interpretation of spiritual intervention. Ultimately, the exchange underscored the profound human quest for meaning and transcendence, inviting participants to grapple with existential questions that transcend the boundaries of conventional wisdom. We understand the importance of grappling with existential questions with rigor and emotional depth. Hence, through this show and through Sunshine Cathedral, we encourage the queer community to look at religious concepts, characters, and events through individual and unbiased points of view and form every and any opinion accordingly. What matters the most is finding sources of strength, support, and resilience in navigating life's challenges as LGBTQ+ individuals. So, can we believe that guardian angels are real? Sure, I don't care. Do what you need to do. I understand wanting that to be true, not wanting to be alone.
Yeah.
You know, the universe is vast, life is relatively short, and in the expanse of eternity, you know, what's like, if you just think about it, it can seem so overwhelming. So if there's someone, something, a band of angels all around us, that's very comforting and maybe even true. I just don't know. Now, if these angels are just a comforting presence, if they are just sort of cheerleaders, if they are just, you know, holding our hands through the events, then I am comforted by that. If they are sort of magical miracle workers that protect us and keep us safe, now I'm less invested, because how come this person why was their angel apparently asleep at the switch when the plane went down, or the car went up in flames, or the treatment didn't work, or you know, the mugging went bad, you know, super bad. So what I don't like about the ideas of divine intervention that saves somebody is all the people that the magic didn't work for.
Yeah.
And it just seems almost cruel to say the universe somehow favored me, and sorry about your luck.
Yeah.
So that's where I get a little tripped up. If they are symbolic, I know that Charles Fillmore said that angels were ideas. When you get a good idea, an aha moment, a comforting thought, a positive thought, that those were angel thoughts. And that's what angels really were. I know that Abraham Lincoln talked about the better angels of our nature, clearly a metaphor for what's best about us, our ability to choose wisely and be kind and be generous and be compassionate and not be unjust. So those angels, I love those angels, the better angels of our nature, the angel thoughts we can have, maybe even the imaginary angels, that cloud of love that's always around us and we can always sort of tap into. But if they're the interveners, then I'm concerned that they are very inconsistent with their intervention, and that's what troubles me. I just don't want to make people feel bad because they didn't get the magic, or they didn't deserve it, or they didn't make the cut, because I don't think that's religion at its best. So yeah, if you believe in angels, and there's always stuff that we can't understand. So yeah, I mean, I can't see microbes. Maybe there's bigger things that I can't see also. That's fine. Swedenborg thought that angels were just people who died and sort of got promoted. So you can have, and if there are spirit guides that just sort of help you look here or there, like there's just all kinds of things that we can think about, and can't prove any of it. So if you find it annoying and a nuisance and superstitious, well then move on. If you find it comforting and encouraging, then play with it a little bit. But I do discourage thinking that some people got lucky when other people did not get as lucky because of some sort of divine intervention. That's not the God who is no respecter of persons as I would understand it. So yeah, if it helps you, fine, but don't use it in a way to make other people feel bad because they didn't get the same lucky break.
All right. I have no qualms with anybody using a guardian angel, but honestly, when I think of guardian angels, when I think of that kind of thing, I think of the saints. I think of the people who have gone before us, whom we can emulate. Actually, every year on All Saints' Day, we do that litany of saints. And those are the people that I often reflect upon and think about and follow their example. Do they lead me? Do they guide me? I don't know if they do that via that way, but how they lived and the way that they lived their life encourages me. Is that a guardian angel? I don't know. Again, if it brings you comfort, yay. But I don't think it's a requirement.
Yeah.
No.
How about that?
Yeah.
I am interested in the whole concept of guardian angels, people watching over you at some point. I find that when I'm thinking about a family member who has died, when I'm in the middle of a mess and I happen to be thinking about that family member, quite often that night, I dream about that family member talking to me and giving me guidance. Is that a guardian angel, or is that my subconscious working triple time?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it brings me comfort. So I don't mind holding on to that. And I'm never going to tell somebody that what they think, feel, and believe is discounted in any way, shape, or form. If this is how you feel, if this is what you see, then yeah, guardian angel then is important to you, and keep it important to you.
I don't know why I just went to Guardian Angels of the Galaxy, but anyway, it was a great movie.
The first one.
Yeah, the first.
Guardians of the
But I have often experienced in my own lifetime, I experienced like an awareness or a presence of some kind around me. I've never thought to call it a guardian angel or anything like that. It's like I'm just aware that there's a presence. That could be my grandmother, my mother, my brother, people I'm close to, or a pet or something like that. And I've just never thought of it, it's just an awareness. They're there. It's a confident presence. It's not, they're not there to warn. I don't feel they're there to warn me about something, or Yahoo, I got a parking spot on Christmas Eve right at the front door type of a thing. And I know that some religions have a patron saint for just about everything like that. But for me, it's about experience. You may or may not experience it. You may not even be aware. And I think, but when you are aware, then you do know. You know that there's a presence or sensation or just something that is there with you. And it may be a comforting moment. It may be a moment when you're in need. You don't know what's going on. That brings you some comfort, some joy. So I believe in the experience of what this all means.
Right.
There's something powerful about archetypes. And so if like the Archangel Michael is somehow an archetype of power for you, or if the Archangel Gabriel is an archetype of good news, of getting good news, then play with those, use those. I mean, but it's all very subjective, and so again, use it for good, but but try not to make it in such a way that, oh wow, it works for me, it didn't work for someone else. And what about the times it didn't work for you? You know what I mean? So the rain falls on the just and the unjust. We're all going to have bad days. You know what I mean? And I'm also aware that in the Bible, So we see angels, but angels are always in the Bible messengers. They have a message, and sometimes those messengers are actually people. Because we've sort of mystified the word angel. Every time we see angel, we think that just means something magical. But sometimes they're people. They're just people with good news, people with encouragement. And so those kinds of angels I encounter daily. God bless those angels. But then sometimes they are mystical, magical creatures in the Bible also. But sometimes they're just folks, and you got to be careful to notice the difference. Someone asked if there's if the Bible says that we all get a guardian angel. Does everyone? And I'm not aware of any such a thing in the Bible. There is, I think, in the Talmud. But religion is so poetic. You also have to be very careful about the poetry of religion to know that those. But I think in the Talmud it says that that over every blade of grass there is an angel whispering, "Grow, grow." But again, that's the poetry of religion, talking about how we're meant to thrive, and so that's what that is. So, but I'm not aware of any Bible person saying that we each get an angel.
No, but I think in the book of Hebrews it says that we entertain angels
unaware.
I love that.
Hebrews.
That's a favorite that I enjoy.
Be careful how you treat strangers, because maybe angels unaware. But again, that's the poetry of religion telling you to be hospitable and kind. And sometimes I have believed in angels. I mean, there was the prayer. I mean, I grew up. I would pray to it, not so much now, but. I guess the answer to the question is, can we believe? Sure. Could you go into anyway? I mean, you're going to believe what you believe anyway, so you don't need our permission. But also don't stop thinking about it. There's, play with it for a minute, but then let it expand. It may mean more or less over time, but so keep working with it. I just want to not ever make people feel like that they were unchosen. If we're chosen to get the good help, does that mean other people were unchosen? And I don't believe that. I think that it's right that we hope for things to get better. We can work for things to get better. We can help each other. And sometimes it does seem like a burst of something comes from out of the blue. But I can't let myself believe that means that God liked me better than someone else, or that God liked me better this time than God liked me before when it didn't work, or whatever. Like, it just becomes very, very complicated and confusing if we do that, and convoluted. But if you think there's angels and that they're on your team and cheering you on, I certainly need folks cheering me on, and I don't care if they are in this world or another one. So, so you do you. That's today with the Queer God Squad. We want to thank you for joining us. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ plus community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's largest progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together, and we are all in this together. Remember that.
You are God's miracle, not God's mistake.
Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.